Hello, fasting friends. It's Casey. I decided to come outside today because we have been having the most beautiful weather, and this is not characteristic of April. So I am soaking it up and loving it, and very grateful for it. The talk today is titled "It's Never Too Late," and I felt like this was really an important subject to talk about because I feel like every person comes to a point in their life where they feel like they kind of take a pause and they look at what's currently going on in their life and maybe what they have or haven't yet accomplished, and it kind of freaks them out and they think, oh, I missed my chance. I'm never going to be able to have the energy or the relationships or the financial status or whatever it is that you maybe thought 10, 20 years ago you were going to have, and now you're at this place and you go, my life is not at all what I expected, and now I've missed the boat. And I just want you to know it's never too late. And this principle applies across the board. It doesn't matter if we're talking about your health. It's never too late until you're dead. It's never too late to make a change to positively impact your health. It's never too late to start an exercise program and actually see really huge benefits and changes, even if you started and you're 80 years old. Studies have actually shown that people that dedicate themselves to exercising just 3 days a week, so this is not like people that are going 5-6 days a week, just 3 days a week, people that chose to exercise. And they did this study from the age group of 60 up to 80, and so they had a group 10-year spaces, so 60 to 70, 70 to 80. They had these groups set up, and what they did was they actually did internal testing, blood work, MRIs, all kinds of stuff to kind of see where was their internal health at prior to beginning this exercise plan. These people only adopted an exercise program 3 days a week for a year, and they restudied their blood work. Every one of them had 5 to 10 years shaved off their internal health. You could see a massive change where they had reversed this aging that had happened and was so harsh on their body and their cells. So those are people that didn't have to change their diet. They didn't start some other crazy routine. All they did was exercise. Imagine how much more you could get if you did the exercise and you paired it with a healthier diet. And then the other thing too that I've seen a lot of is I feel like because we're so privileged, I feel like there's so much of a mentality feeling like we deserve this or we don't deserve certain things, and it really causes us to be like moody and ungrateful. And so I just think it's important for us to step back and consider the fact that probably anything whatsoever that's upsetting you, when you boil it down, it comes down to selfishness, and you're not getting what you wanted, what you thought you deserved, what you thought would be right for that situation. You didn't get the scenario you planned in your mind. So therefore, you're angry or you're mad or you treat others around you negatively. And it really has a profound effect. And we think so often that our crud and what we're dealing with, it's just my problem and it's only affecting me, and nobody else, it's not really a matter to them. But it does. Everything that I say and do has an effect not only on me, but on my intimate family and my extended family, my clients, my friends, and the reach is very far. So we just need to realize that every action has a reaction. And so it's never too late to just turn the dial and go, I've been going this way and I'm just going to make a change. So you can do that. Have today be your first day to say, I am going to stop with the excuses. I'm going to make some changes, and I am going to take claim of my life and start making some positive move in the right direction. So one thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that we all have regrets. There are things that I'm sure you've done in your life that you aren't proud of, that you wish you could go back and undo. But on the flip side, I've learned that there are things that I regret, but I also have used those moments of bad choices to look back and go, I did this, but now I took that and I use it as a learning experience to know what the outcome was and why I wouldn't want to go back down that road again. And so when we take something that's negative that happens to us and we respond in the best way possible, it actually causes growth and change in us. And so, like, you know, there's the saying, like, life is 90% of how you respond, only 10% of what actually happens to you. And so often we mentally think it's the other way around. We think like, well, this isn't fair, and I know I'm being attacked, and I'm this victim. And I've talked about this in videos before, but you know, you have so much potential. It doesn't matter if you're 20 or you're 75. You're here for a reason. You have a purpose, and you need to use that purpose to help others and to make your world a better place, because you can do it. And the thing that's so awesome is it only takes one change in the right direction to have a new life unfold. So the last video I did, I was talking about my relationship with God and why that's so important to me. And I think so many times we have this view of God that like he's so far away and so uninvolved in my daily life that like he couldn't possibly know, you know, he's not going to bother with, unless I'm, you know, screaming and begging and crying, he's not even going to hear me. But that's just not the way it is. God is listening to us all the time. And, you know, he knew you and created you before even your parents knew that you were something. In Psalms, I wanted to share a verse. Psalms 139, 13 through 14 says, "For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well." And I mean, it's so amazing when we really think about the fact that God planned for us to be here and knew that we were going to come, and he has a special calling for all of us. And maybe you haven't tapped into your potential. Maybe you've kind of been sitting back and just, you know, letting life happen at you rather than seizing every day and moment to make the most of it. We never know how long we have here. And so that's why I challenge you, make one change today. It could be a change for your health. It could be a change in your relationship. It could be a change in your exercise routine. But make one change today, because it's never too late to start something new and see a beautiful future. And I really want that for you guys. Have an awesome day.